Hey everybody, so today's video is going to be on feeding your rat insects. This isn't something that you have to do. Since I got the hedgehog, I've been buying him some insects and he won't eat them at all, so I decided to go ahead and give them to the rats so they wouldn't really go to waste. So here I'm giving them some grasshoppers, and as you can see, they're begging for them. Um, there's a few different ways that you can get the insects to feed them. This is the canned version. I didn't want to get live because I don't know, there's kind of some controversy with feeding rats insects since they're kind of feeders themselves for snakes and stuff like that. But I also didn't want them like hopping everywhere and getting out of the cage and all that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and got the canned version, and they're in some kind of natural juice. It's kind of gross, but the rats really seem to like them. Mila just kept taking them and hoarding them. She didn't really eat them. But you also can get them freeze dried. The freeze dried insects that you buy at pet stores look like they have no nutritional value whatsoever, so that's another reason that I got the canned ones. And you can put them in the fridge for a little over a week. I also fed the rats some mealworms, and they liked those too, and they were actually pretty cute, just holding on to them with their little paws. But insects in general have great nutritional value for rats and for the hedgehog. You just want to make sure that you buy them from the pet store or that you're raising your own. I really don't suggest going out in your backyard and scooping up some bugs to give them to your rats. You don't know if they've been going through any kind of pesticides or waste outside that your rats are going to end up eating. A lot of people actually end up raising their own mealworms. It seems pretty easy, but I'm not going to be doing that myself since the hedgehog won't eat any insects. I'll just be buying them periodically to, see if he'll start eating them or just keep giving them to the rats. If you are going to be feeding them crickets or grasshoppers, I suggest giving it to them right before you're about to clean the cage or like a day or two before, because they didn't eat the legs for some reason, so there was like a ton of legs everywhere. And here I give them to the babies. If you have young rats, this is actually a great way to supplement some protein. Just go ahead and give them, a few, five or six every other day or something like that, or every 3 days. They didn't really seem too keen on them at first, even though they had already had mealworms and they definitely enjoyed them. So I kind of had to coax them into eating them, but once I gave them to them, then they gobbled them right up. There's a few different kinds of bugs you can actually feed your rats. I've talked about mealworms, grasshoppers, and crickets. And you can also get waxworms or superworms from your pet store. You just want to make sure that you don't give them to your rats live because they do bite. So you can get the canned version or freeze dried. Or if you actually end up getting the live ones, just put them in your freezer before you give them to your rat. I do have a chart here that I got from Hedgehog Central's website that has the nutritional value facts for each bug. You do want to make sure you're not giving them too much because they are high in fat and protein. So if you have babies and you're trying to supplement, they're good. Or if you have an elderly or a sick rat that you need to kind of fatten up. So maybe just a few times a week in general, I would give your rats insects. And here's the chart here. It does have phoenix worms on here, and I've never heard of them, so I'm not sure where you'd get them, maybe on some kind of online reptile website. But I hope this video helped you guys. If you have any questions, just comment below, and I'll see you in my next video.